Namaste ji, namaste. Welcome to Courtroom. My name is Sahaj. I sincerely hope that you're doing well. So, the Haryana government recently published an extraordinary notification in its Gazette on the 7th of November 2023 regarding the judges, civil judges in the junior division as they're called in Haryana. So, firstly, I'll take you to as to how do you find this Gazette, because in this notification they have published the syllabus for mains, and this has been published in response to the Supreme Court telling them to fill up the vacancies which have been lying vacant for so long. So you type in Haryana Gazette, it will take you, the first link will pop up, that is egazetteharyana.gov.in. You can either navigate to this website from either of these links. It will take you to such a website. Now you need not enter into the fancy form filling. All that you can go in for is recent Gazette extraordinary, and if you click on this 194.2023 ext, it will take you to the appropriate file, and this most likely will open up on your computer. ठीक है जी. So if you are preparing for this competitive exam, of course it will be very prudent on your part that you go through this yourself. I will also explain it after extracting out the details as to what they have written. So they have given you, give me 1 second, I'll just go in for the vacancies first. And for the vacancies, they are talking about 129 actual and 45 unforeseen presently lying vacant. So they are talking about specifically these vacancies. Now the details that I have extracted out from this notification. So prelims, they have given a minimum qualifying mark of 150 out of 500 prelims. There's the question paper will be of 500 marks. In DJS it is 200 marks. Hopefully you are sitting for the DJs, because these are primarily sister states. इसके अंदर बैकअप स्टेट्स यू कैन से कभी कई लोग हस्बैंड वाइफ स्टेट्स भी कह देते हैं. सो द पेपर फॉर्मेट फॉर द मेन्स especially is quite similar, however not identical, of course. So mains, you have 5 written papers and of course 1 viva. So you have paper 1, that is civil law 1. Acha, just before we start here, so you have minimum 150, and then of course you will only be shortlisted. Like for example in DJS prelims, the UR cutoff in prelims is around the 129.5ish mark, if I'm not mistaken, from the previous years. So 10 times the number of the advertised vacancies will be called in to write the mains ka exam. All right, and then viva of course will be 3 times the vacancies. Paper 1 includes civil law 1, that is CPC, Punjab Courts Act, ICA, that is Indian Contract Act, आपका this Indian Partnership Act, Sales of Goods Act, Specific Relief Act, Indian Evidence Act, and the Haryana Rent Control Act, that is for 200 marks. Paper 2 is civil law 2, that is Hindu law, Mohammedan law, आपका law on, not laughing out loud of course, law of limitation, law of registration, that is again 200 marks. Paper 3 is primarily of civil law 1, civil law 2 हो गया, तो बचेगा क्या? Criminal law is IPC, CRPC evidence 200. They have not mentioned the newer bills because they are not acts and codes yet respectively. Paper 4 is English again remains standard. Essay is 1000 words, that is 100 marks. Précis is 25 marks. Word and phrases in which they will ask you to form sentences, so they are primarily testing you on your language. So this is matriculation level, so around the 10th grade level. Usually any competitive exam book does the trick in this specific area. Words and phrases 25 marks, reading comprehensions 25 marks, corrections are 25 marks. So this again becomes 200. Then you have the language का पेपर, जो कि हिंदी के 100 नंबर आपको जो बेसिकली इस पे टेस्ट किया जाएगा. दैट इज इंग्लिश टू हिंदी के ऊपर जो क्वेश्चन आएगा ट्रांसलेशन वाला, दैट इज 20 मार्क्स. हिंदी की जो एक्सपोजिशन एंड एक्सप्लेनेशन बेसिकली द पैसेजेस 30 marks, and composition is 50 marks. Viva will be for 200 marks. Each written paper will be for 3 hours. The minimum qualifying mark for 33%, and if you don't have 50% aggregate in all of these 5, you will not be considered for a Viva, even though you may have the highest in some paper. However, you need 50% aggregate in all the papers, as in when you total it out, you will want 50%. More than 50%, and since I'm specifically talking about the unreserved categories here, and 33% minimum is the parking mark, नहीं तो वो standard जो college में जो back आ जाती थी. Alright, and for Viva, the number of candidates that will be called out will be 3 times the vacancies. As I have told you, please go through this once so that you have it in your basically you have there and you have it with you, and only bare copies they say of legislative enactments, so you will get bare acts. And that's about it. Nothing much more from to be extracted from this notification. So please make a note, go through this on your own, because well, you are sitting for a judicial services exam, and I'm sure that it is imperative for you to go through this notification once for your own preparation's sake. I've told you how to extract it. Wishing you all the very best. Explore the judiciary playlist if in case you need help with your preparation. I wish you all the very best in your prep, and I hope to see you secure a seat here. Take care. Bye.